Well, thank you so much, and what a kind introduction. Thank you so much, and I apologize for being one step ahead as I tried to get over here before you were finished. Thank you for just those very kind and gracious words, and what an exemplification, really, of that gift of hospitality that Todd and I have been so touched with here in India. That was reflected in your kind words. Thank you, and this is such an honor. It truly is. It's our first time here, and I do hope that it will not be our last. Getting to see some of your most magnificent city. I hope it won't be my last, because during my brief time here, I've enjoyed India's famous gift of hospitality, and the next time I would love to be able to see more of your sights. I'd love to be able to see the Taj Mahal with my husband Todd, considering how patient he has been and patiently enduring my political career the last couple of decades and been so supportive. I think it would be nice to reinforce our teamwork, our commitment before that monument of eternal love. So Todd, being with us here tonight, I promise you that next time we're in India, that will be one of the places that we head. Okay, can't wait to see the Taj Mahal. Folks, when I had the honor of meeting your Prime Minister back in 2008, I expressed my admiration for your country's rich history and your culture and your most recent achievements that have just so transformed India. And I am now humbled with this opportunity to get to express to you personally those sentiments in this beautiful ancient land. This that has so captured the imaginations of artists and poets and explorers throughout human history. Todd and I are honored to be here to see the site of some of the world's oldest civilizations, some of the birthplaces of major religions, and the crossroads of the ancient spice route and Silk Road. And it was those resources, all those years ago, those precious resources of their day, the spices and pepper and silk and indigo. My country was essentially discovered when, during the age of exploration, Western Europeans were looking for a route to your country in order to enjoy and exchange those resources. Yes, the connection between our countries was there from the beginning. During the flight here between our two countries, it didn't escape me that Japan lies in between my home state of Alaska and your beautiful country of India. I trust that you will join me in expressing solidarity with the Japanese people as they recover from those most horrific, tragic events of recent. Their determination and their resiliency won't fail them. And the world does stand united with that community in the land of the rising sun. What they're going through and their attitudes, their respect for one another, their humbleness and their graciousness, and still their appreciation for life shows us that life is precious, life is fragile, and we're all in this together. And may Japan know that our collective caring heart is with them at this time, and may we all learn from their resiliency and their humble, cooperative spirits. Now, yes, I have been asked to speak today about my vision for America, my vision of America, and a little bit about my background. I grew up in a very small town, perhaps like some of you, though half a world away. My town is tucked between two grand mountain ranges in a valley quite far from the avenues of power. There in my home state of Alaska, we are so proud of nature's beauty and our towering mountains. But certainly here, relatively near the Himalayas, I think I can appreciate even more of nature's enormity being here in India. One of the mountains near my home, I see it every day from my kitchen window. It's called Pioneer Peak. And Pioneer Peak was named in honor of the brave pioneers who settled our valley just a few generations ago. By the sweat of their brow and rugged work ethic, they turned raw land into valuable agriculture communities. And I have loved my upbringing in Alaska. I'm from a very big family. Todd's from a big family. We've created our own big family now. I was a school teacher's kid, loved sports, loved anything in the great outdoors, outdoor recreation. Even the jobs I chose would ideally be something that had to do with working with my hands in the great outdoors, as were Todd's chosen vocations. I tell my parents that the greatest gift that they ever gave me was that upbringing in Alaska, the young 49th state of our 50 United States. Alaska is known as the last frontier, and it is a place that is rugged, and you can still feel an optimistic, pioneering spirit there, like the spirit that Americans had in order to carve a nation out of the wilderness. It was a pioneer spirit that brought pioneering families to the land. And these pioneer families were strong and hopeful, and they made a good life, not an easy life, but a good life for themselves in the northern wilds. And it was that pioneering spirit that shaped me. That pioneering spirit instilled in me a sense of independence and self-reliance, and a belief in the power of ordinary people. Ordinary people working together in order to help one another. In a small community in such a vast state, and Alaska is vast, we're about half the size of all of India, you learn to help your neighbor, and you learn to help yourself. And you learn to value and to have faith in personal freedom, especially the freedom to chart your own course.